If so, you go do it.
Okay.
You find different language there. You see, that's the things I have. Madam, I have. If for the akro and zikpe akunya.
Chair.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so you have given it a chair.
Yeah. So if he come for in pallet.
So it did like Ken. Where did here?
Very good.
Okay. Abusuafo me mama akwaba eba Paulvin TV eso. Unia Paulvin ne masatu tu menan aba Opanyi Thonthor Lazoa Osman ne nchen
enide
sabe Thonthor Lazoa yedi aseche na enide nti so o kire kwan fa so eba abrabo manipa woni gi o abrabo mu ne mpapie no yenya nsem bi efa honhom efa se Mami Wata eho a ebi no kire se honhom ne ha adwen o ha nipa o yesei o manipa ene nje o nipa yenye ya honti ase nti sem bebre ho ya ka nokro bi anim anase nokro mo yenim ma ba Thonthor Lazoa na ase because ni Thonthor Lazoa no so no nim sa honhom no ne ho nioma a o na so Mami Wata no o yusu de ye n'adwuma to yusu de a ene mpesa Thonthor Lazoa oni ye eni ho nkomo na wan kire ye ne wa ye wo hai e de ai wei e de ai Mami Wata no e de no nim fa na ho no wonka me nyina ya so entie Thonthor Lazoa
ago
Baba Ofie so
yo
I will give you welcome.
Yo, thank you very much. Merci. Where is Olo?
You said you are welcome too.
Yo, Banyefa.
He said he has heard from you and you are welcome too.
Okay.
Nyakale osi gbamaha.
Today, what do you have to ask? What is your matter now? Today.
Okay. So today we want to ask about Mami Wata. What does he know about that spirit? Does he marry people? Is it true? Okay. So you let him start, so we will take it from there.
Okay.
Yo, Beni Benari. Ama wanye chukara. Mami Wata hati agbetona jo lagbeyama. Oba Mami Wata opakle alo gbogbo. Amrona nyongbo anyenchu gbogbo anyenchu amo nyong le aloma. It depend like nyona to wona edukwi.
He said before somebody can be born and brought into this world, between the man and the woman, it depends on the woman's behavior or the woman's action before somebody can be born into this world.
Okay. So it depends on the woman's action before somebody will be born into this world. Yes. Okay. So what's the relationship between that and the Mami Wata spirit? How does it connect?
And me play and me play Mami Wata leke ele ododomi
ye ma gbogbo an banade eya le fiafia ayo oji enu aji o ma senya gomna nyu ayi nu aji a leke ko move pe life a ye o ja agbogbo de adi.
Okay.
Senya manyi.
Okay.
Nya gboma la senya manyi leke enu aji epa pe mo oji leke ko zona ye gbogbo re ja pe yo jadi le gbogbomo.
Okay.
Anogbomo le gbogbomo.
Okay. He's saying that the way you were brought to this world by your parents, it depends on your own actions, your own doings, your own behavior, that will permit any spirit to marry you and be with you.
Okay. There was a from Busano. Sir, who Mami Wata and what's some NSA and of course our nipa. And what you say? And sana oba Alabama ebesia awo akraro ejina oba no ne suban eso so oba no suban ya mehu a menware wo suban ya ana mehu a meware wo saa so na Mami Wata so na dwuma de wo ba ye no le ma Mami Wata no so behu na ho aye ne akono no ware wo ana se onware wo
yo aba anya nchu majaba wa yire gbema aboboruki be yenyi o majaba yanya nchu wa ina afisha fi ko pote fere kwa edafa erod do maybe gbogbo de letima ayo gba rod ko letima kwa gbogbo elase.
Okay. Again, is warning that if I am a man, you just don't go anywhere and defecate. Neither stand anywhere, any angle and urinate. Perhaps there are spirits there, you have no idea. once you do those things there, once you naked yourself, they will see you and love you in the spirit.
Okay. So those spirits that are there in the bush that they see people defecating and they marry them, are they all Mami Wata or there are also some other spirits?
Every day, I make me a bogimono, baby, I will buy me a robot out of the fee. I be no bound. Opete nye Mami Wata lo gbogbo
no gbogbo only Mami Wata gbogbo tomoto only
okay
Mami Wata gbomoto only
okay
Mami Wata pomoto only
okay. Is that they are all spirit? We have Mami Wata spirit in the sea or in the water, Mami Wata spirit in the bush, Mami Wata spirit at home. Okay, they are all spirits. So once you do those things, you naked yourself, they see you, they can marry you spiritually.
Okay. See, me busa na busi afo se Mami Wata no se nipa no kowrem se okọ ye ne huye na malam Osman ka se di oba ye na ba honhom no aware obi o ha okowrem no yi ne ho wajana nan egu ho se bosom na se honhom no so hu wadaja na ye ne fe otumi ware o busa na se enti honhom no mo ware nipa nyina mo wurem ne adene mu Mami Wata na no se Mami Wata no ye wodi o wonsuom epun anase river mu ana ye wodi e owuram ana ye wodi e ofie nti Mami Wata na ye different bebre. Please ask him, Mami Wata na, is it only women, females, or we have Mami Wata that's a man?
Every abe Mami Wata opete nyonu ya lo nchu chole me
yo gbe Mami Wata re kama le nchuma lenchi
okay
nchu de enyom ele nyom de nchu ele.
Mami Wata, they have men and women. They have men who marry men, women and women who marry men.
Okay.
So it's not only one sex, it's both sex.
Okay.
We have male and female.
Okay.
Just like we humans.
All right. All right. Ti o se Mami Wata no ye wo ema oho ene wo mema oho ema ne ware mema ene mema so e ware ema nti nkase bia Mami Wata de yo ba nti be ma ne ko efko jana na wura ma na se ko din so ba bi basa ko betin ya ware no o ba so ahwe no anko yesa na man because Mami Wata mema wo ma no so hu ba no wode jemu a na kono to no so betimi aware o. Please ask him, in case Mami Wata marries someone, or is it only going to defecate in the bush that can let Mami Wata marry someone, or there are other things that the person does that can make Mami Wata marry him?
So maybe abede no da mama de deko ameya gbogboki watan a woni a alo na lo to li no wo cha ajojina wa gbagbo wa
awema rivali owunyon rivali eva da mama do ku kuchi akolo klo mo ko Mami Wata nchule atama epe serious edo
Okay.
ina aka owunchu le yi aba no ada mama ano chilele riba ma makuchia odegoji chavo kopo klado ku lechia wa Mami Wata nchu adoga.
Okay.
It's saying that a woman, if you naked yourself, enter into a river or any water and naked yourself, wash under in the water. Once the Mami Wata sees your nakedness, that is it. The same way a man too, if you do too, you can get Mami Wata lady getting in contact with you.
Okay. So we from Busan as a Mami Wata no ewura mo eje nan na abontin eje nan anase ewura ye ho abontin pe ene mo ware ya na o se da binya no nko a se woye oba na ukọ nsuom na sabi ukọ gina nsuom ekọ bo nsuoro wo horo wase na hu mo nsuom no ehu wase na eni je ho ewura hu ofe wetimi aware wo ha anase woye be ma so na so ukọ nsuom ko horo ho sa na ko hwehwe be ma gu nsuom a ano so hu mo ni timi hu na so aware na afide no ene otena hawo usunum kwa faso a obeye ahu bebi
nyonu atemanu ayi de tomo achikufa apodo lesi na ma lechi le tomo ha de via azu gbogbo le podo ta epo na na le tomo.
Okay.
Elaba Mami Wata ma edi le podo ha fi waji.
Okay. It's saying that if you are a pregnant woman and you go to the riverside, once you enter, you want to fetch water because you have something or human in your belly. The spirit there can see the baby in your womb. And the baby too will see the spirit and they will communicate. Then the marriage will take place there whilst you have no idea. So it is a forewarning for women, pregnancy women, to be visiting a places like that. Okay. So in their olden days, when you are pregnant, you don't go to bush and fetch firewood. You don't go to the riverside and fetch water because of those things. Because the spirit, the baby in your womb is a spirit. They can easily communicate to outside spirits.
Okay.
And so that communication, you have no idea. Okay. Okay.
Agama po gbogbo de jala po dumata cho agama po no no.
Okay. That's why in the olden days our fathers, people think that we want our women to be lazy. When you are pregnant, if you go to bush, they don't allow their wives to go to bush when they are pregnant, because something like Agama Lizard, they have some spirit. When you go to bush and the Agama Lizard sees you pregnant woman, that lizard will communicate to your baby in your womb, because the baby too will see that lizard. And if you are not lucky, before you give birth, the behavior of the Agama Lizard will come, or that is the behavior your baby will adopt. The baby will not grow, the baby will not be fast the way Agama Lizard behaves.
The Agama Lizard, is it Abosma Kotere?
Yes.
Okay. And you see for Osadi Biaka Hose, and yet in Sumu Ejare Uncle. And I say abontin ni no enko na Mami Wata timi ware ndipa na so opemfo enko nsum tete no opemfo enko fom ononko anko fom enko fa eja mafie na ononko aso enko nsum so kosanso de ntia na tete nete sa no ene se ni se bia na onom epese bia ma anya akwadefo baabi na unse so banyama eye moja to na woni yam na honhom abetena moja nim enti nsuo ni ho oba no a onyim na otumini akora no edi nkomo abrawo maame no wonte nkomo a oba na oda yam no ani bosum na so ni nsuo no edie enti otumi si akora no pe o yam ho na waware akora no wo huhumu enti wo akora na onyim no yam no ma no wata dikan fa akora na ansa na wo baba o akora no be wo no bato onya awe so ho enti oyo oba na se wonyima nka yenko nsuo mu nkosa nsuo ana afisi ensa nko ewuram enkosa enkofaja emfa mafie na unje ena no mo yesa na mana na nyese bia ayakwadwo bi na muna munya ho hia hunu se bia ye ka na wo konde me musi na no modimi hwe de yakoni o de bia yere no ko de bia ye ware ya se ye ware ye de bia kra se bi ha kra me de mo cheese ma Thonthor Lazoa hema me enti wate Paulvin TV so a da ya se na subscribe ma ya pa chawa na share video yi ma bin munya enya bi hwe like so na video yi tre nioma wo se yehunu yo beli benare
me kumewo amede agama nya mede munye ma cha
ena o se oba so nka onyima ka yenkofo mbasa fi se abosum akotere ehoi otumi ni akra oda yafum so edi nkomo ti abosum akotere timi ena obadi nkomo yafum a oba akra no wa yakete sa abosum akotere oba akra na ontimi enantiye aso nanti aboko ye monyo ese onyema no abosum akotere ena oba no edi nkomo bato onya awe that's why ya na nka ye ma apemfo enkonsum anase enko afuom ko faja emafie no ebi eno no aha na wate ye Paulvin TV
yo eya ta no nyonu fofu a nya to mo na ba ono va kuchi ala ba gbogbo le tomo akpo de viale poduma ala ba de viale poduma gbogbo onye won to kwere poduma wa ka me ya ro ntuye lo nyonu yo gbogbo lo menye gbogbo eya ta mo na ba no yitomo ye ta nya to gbolo na zereta inade tomo.
And that is why our forefathers, they don't allow the women to go to the riverside to fetch water, because the baby in your womb is a spirit, and the spirit in the water, you have no idea. And so in those days, is the men rather carry pot to the riverside and fetch water because of this protection.
okay Just tete no ye pese ye bo apemfo ho ban ene nkro wo ye femu ho ban tino o wa ye oba na so wonyama o be ma no wo na nka wo fa ade si uti kosa nsuo e de ba fie ana ase bia abusuafo bi na ba ba ye sa adwuma no ama to bo tete no oba nyama na ne maame atu abata efie wo ne be ma ni nyina na wa hwe na kakra komisa oba na be wo ni se bia so ni bibie na oba no onyem no akra be efum no o ye honhom ikase bia simpa ya honhom mo so munyim tum ni pa o ye honhom na da yafunim nti eja oba no mo de sa honhom ne konsu na so hu ne yonko honhom ma ayongo fa no e be fa easily so eni nti ya nti o ye be na so yere nyama ya aboa no na sa ni mo activities bi ye ma no na wango fa honhom afa mafie
yo akore ba ya ka popoma Mami Wata lamo.
You see the wind blowing. As you feel that there's a wind blowing, Mami Wata is in the wind.
So there's Mami Wata
In the wind.
that's in the wind too.
Yes.
Okay. Nti yes Mami Wata no enye nso ngwa wotena. Emframa ya hu mi so no. Mami Wata no o mu bi. Nti frama ya na ya hu Mami Wata ennamu. Nti se be se na je se o tinta so mpa o se nka hwe.
Sir.
Tinke yan tinta so we don't even split anyhow. Okay.
Awo nye nyonu. Nwa waro le si awon modun agbodi o. Lobo mako wodona ananye ba aframa ele epopore epokolomo. Gbogbo la aframa mama ade oga. Na li awon tan no do ki o feel na do ki o le maleka. A che gbogbo le wo gbodon. Na mo yin ko goju won pete basa. E ta mata nwa waro modun agbodi lati mi na nyu. Gbogbo ya elake numawo.
Okay. It said because there are spirits in the wind or in the air. Some girls or some women, they don't even wear underwear. They just put on the dress.
The dress.
The dress. Okay. And they will sit somewhere, open their legs for air to blow there. They feel that if the air is blowing there, they feel good. If you're not lucky, the spirit in the air, the Mami Wata in the air will easily enter there and dominate you or marry you. That's why sometimes some of the women, they sit there, put their hands under their private parts, feel like somebody is sleeping with them. It's the same thing. Once the spirit comes to there, there'll be some action, physical action for them to do what they want to do. You think that you're doing the thing on your own, but it's the spirit that motivating you or controlling you to do that.
Okay.
So people who don't put on pants, it is not good. You have to put something under before you put on your dress.
Okay.
To avoid that.
Okay. Enti ose sa yo ba na so mpese Mami Wata be ware so a sabi odi kan ka Mami Wata no o mframam so nye nso mu nko a na nya afu mu nko a na nya fie nko a enti yo ma na amosore a o sha ta no ja hu be bu ho timi se dress pa esini ha on sha pant otena no head about name so say o pese mframam fa na sa doctor fo say mframam fa o ha mu a eye Mami Wata na wo mframam no tutimi wura obi enti yo ba so to wo so fili so fa won san ko wo ho no woni nje enya na wo fili o hu bi na esha wo so ko ye de wo ye no ba wo de wunni nti no e yo se bibia ne de wo ya ne de wo ya ti mo a mo so ya mo ro mo ho basa mo jija ho na mo bo mfama fa mase na mo te na oba wo ha na mfama fa ho no hwe ye oba de papa mu a o dress ya she pieto anasa pant enya ho basa ama ho bi nware na mfa won san ko wo ho. Please,
Yo, Benny Benade. No be Mami Wata damade. Gokole no vira ko onye. No vira ye ko onye lo.
They say Mami Wata marries somebody. It's just a small thing. Very small thing. And that marriage will take place.
Mami Wata ate madu no mafia. Ate adu no ma ate gbe na yin 200 gbo ha fisa adu. Ewoga.
Mami Wata can possess a woman and force the woman to sleep with 100 men in a day. So it is with a man too. So sometimes when you see men doing those things, or women doing those things, it is not their will, it is not their wish, but because they are being possessed by Mami Wata spirit, and they will do that.
the spiritual marriage. Okay.
Yeah.
Inti wase se Mami Wata warawa trebia otimi shaw ama woni me ma da basa so yo ba we be ma so otimi shaw ma da basa inti se won se be ma bi yes ana ma no o fa ma basa ana se bia oba bi ojan ho ma fa na basa ya na se bi se bi se bia de ope no ne mo Mami Wata ho no ena ni kisa no ho a all force o mo aye saa ne ma no se de ye otim ma o do nsan hye ho no saa otimi force ma ne mema eda basa ntini nyina nkantim no nkoti se oye oba oye opemfo oye bema enkonsom kodi ensenhunu wo ho emfa enjeja ho awontene oye opemfo so a enko wuram ko faja basa enkonsom ko sensu basa na saa ne obi angoto che bi oba no wa maye ndimo bi a wo woni nje ho ya so na wo akoso so wunim na wo tia no esa wo tia no
ya ta pastor atepo ame abe Mami Wata la mebo ka pastor matema di gbero
Okay.
atepo ntu nonu matem de Mami Wata ape wa ka metem de gani.
Say some pastors, they can only see that you have been possessed, being a man or a man, be a man or a woman possessed by Mami Wata spirit. They will see it, but they can't do anything to help you.
Unless ever me ohun ogbo.
Unless
Ever me ogbo
you come to the priest who have whatever it takes to take it out.
Alebo ever me o me okondo gbogboma pe nse ado asi gbogbomaji alechina me apla ama.
Okay. Unless you come to people like Thonthor Lazoa who have what it takes to communicate with the Mami Wata and talk to leave that person through their pacification they have here.
Kami yako bia ye gbogbo le be o Mami Wata na chom ya be me ko sacrifice ni.
Okay.
Na ya da sele monchi no na adesro. Na jivia na jivi.
Okay.
Mami Wata na do via ma jiviu.
Okay.
Bona kudra be ye jivi le toma.
Okay.
Alo ye kudra be ye jivi la fiade toma ye na jivia le. Ma vijigala fia ko bere.
Okay. So when it happens like that, then they will ask that spirit what they need for you to be set free.
okay
So when they ask those things, then they have to provide that one for the spirit in order to leave you.
Okay.
And then you have your freedom here. You can marry and give birth to children. Otherwise, when you are in that condition, sometimes you may dream that you have given birth or have children somewhere. It means that if you are a woman and Mami Wata is married to you, you will be giving children in the spirit, but you will not see them physically.
okay
You only dream and see that you have a children somewhere, but you will not see them physically.
Na mo bi okobo village sire o jiwade ha.
Then they ask you, oh, do you have kids? Yes, I have kids. Where are they? You don't know where to show them. But with you have some feelings that you have given birth as a woman, but you can't see them physical. That means you give birth in a different world, either in the sea or wherever. But when you are brought here and they do the sacrifice to pacify that God,
Ya ko de vima akogbo ba.
then those kids that you have somewhere will be brought to physical world.
true birth or so you get married and give birth to those
That's it.
spiritual-
Yes.
okay
Uh-huh.
now since he brought about church and pastors
Yeah,
ask
okay.
him is Mami Wata afraid of the name Jesus?
Every day. Or gbere asofo pastors onya no otanya bere Mami Wata gbogbo la mereji ta da Mami Wata enko Jesus ele vovone enko Jesus ha.
Pastor da kamali atema de Mami la maraka magbere ko huno pe boko.
Okay.
Happy pastor na kpom de la me ama. Miawe na nsemai. Bo maten blogger ni. Akpe pepepe ma deni o.
Okay.
Keno bi adeni a ele bo ava mi agbo.
Okay.
Ye mi awo ma chia ni ye wa gbo be me hia o fon ko me hia o photo. Chebe na ma awo prayer eta na ko. Eyi na ma o gele pe ko ma acho ma chiri no be 7 days.
Okay.
Command ya kama na pastor ye ma yo choba no.
Oh, okay. Ya obe ba bia be de Mami Wata de evona Yesu nko a.
Mami Wata yin tonye Yesu a.
Okay.
Yin ye gbagba.
Okay.
Asamara after ma yin mi aba vadu.
Okay.
Asamara sia. Mami Wata manya ba Yesu da kali.
Okay. Okay.
Mai da sha mancho. Ba mai da north. Ni na ida fi ko pastor bado. But are you know Jesus? Yen bi so. Nka Jesus a. Jesus will can't die for can't take your problem or he die for you. You be sebe. Akure tanya be Think how do you? Is it better me woke up? Okay, Odi. Yo for the think how yi. Abe jipo, yem kata yo gale babu rasi. Yo ga ma unya gwa sa ma astrology nyeme. Ye tere za astrology nyeme. Nko ye Togbui Osman. Ye ma denya pa card ofie. It's okay. Sorry.
Well, he's talking about the question you ask. He said the name Jesus is the same name Mami Wata, because Mami Wata first before the gods they operate with here. And so after the pastors, even if they want to do to help you come out of that spirit, that bondage, they still have to consult these fetish, these people, those who have those spirits. And they will do that by consulting them, taking instruction from them, and come to you, the member. Do this, do that, based on the instruction they have taken from these people, like Osman Togbui.
Okay.
Before they will do for you. But you as a member, you might have no idea where they have been to, but they claim that they are helping you or they are delivering you. Okay.
Ask him. He said, Mami Wata is like the name Jesus. She comes before the gods.
Okay. Wow, the whole weather. Wow, Mami Wata.
Okay. Mami Wata, they control the whole world. They are the biggest throne on this earth.
Okay.
They are biggest throne on this earth. So they control every spiritual.
Okay. All right. So let me take it into tree. When I come back, I have some questions to
ask. No problem.
Okay. All right. So we have for you. Didn't come out. I mean, check my tree, mama. Thonthor Lazoa no can say. So we go ha. I say, "Me go wait. Me go sorry." Na so for no. Sabi, umutimi eti habale so money so money ebie kakra. Nti, otimi be fe say, "We Mami Wata ware." But so be hu bi ma won dey. Lalai ontimi nya because oni hu authority so be say no e dey amount. So we say ono otimi eye Mami Wata ehu adwuma ana say otimi ema obi a Mami Wata ware no Mami Wata ni jara ware ya oboa ne mu no so for no wo do asa akọ no ona fa chire aba hu Thonthor Lazoa se Thonthor Lazoa dipa we na di issue ya ba mi o menya dai na malam Osman Thonthor Lazoa so aboa no a che say okay kono say ni ansa na aya adwuma na bisa na say okay nti say person che say edi Jesus ay boda so dem no edi Jesus no enya adwuma Mami Wata nso Jesus na na ana o say you can say obi di Jesus a Mami Wata no na kunya na o no kra na say Jesus na de if he say ya si ahinye nyina ni tumi o ya nyina Mami Wata no ahinye no na ye kase pa so ansana sa abosom a Thonthor Lazoa isu ha ebinom so aba nti ya ka ahinye sa hu ma ahinye a Mami Wata eya ahinye a eso enya Jesus sem o ka Jesus na enya hute ehawa ko hu Mami Wata konfo anasa bra obi se Thonthor Lazoa eho na onya hu adwuma emaw ansa na de opese enya no ayeye nya sa de Jesus na de oba che ibe di ada hwensi
na nya gold kula sika kula na owo masin lasio nsham lasio dosovio lasio wana wo amekenya master ye ple masin adare chiaji na ipa ple Mami Wata kele tomam ni mari mi arokiwa masin o mana no tuma ka masin no kono gbagbele.
Another revelation. Assuming you are a gold merchant, you've bought machines with high labor, you've seen a gold in the area or in the water. Not until you have married the spirit Mami Wata in that water, you can never dig that gold. Neither work there.
100%.
Your machines all will be there and be rotten until.
But people you go come today, you go get and then go.
So does it mean that Mami Wata can marry us and we can also marry Mami Wata?
Yeah. If you no go marry kwa, if for join you like a friend. Oh, I want to come put this machine for your top to get food to eat. Okay, I need this thing, I need this thing. Do this sacrifice for me before you go open door for you. But you go there, 100 years, people you go come today, you go come out the good way, your machine there, you go come out good way you yourself. You know good thing.
So ask him. Does it mean that that's the reason why Ghana is poor? Because there's so much gold here, but we the natives we don't really get the gold and use, but the foreigners come and take. Is it because that we've left Mami Wata? We don't do what is necessary.
Yeah, we don't do the necessary sacrifice. Every Ghana, let me see Ghana le fi gold le fi.
Okay. Your Africa is full. What let me hear your sound. This is the sound. Agbena mate yo. Let me talk about ngole ma yo me sound. Vok bo le me yo sound. Mukata me yo sound. Eko.
Okay.
The the meaning ẹ̀kọ́.
Okay.
Wà àgbẹ̀tọ́ lè yẹn ó yọ ọbẹ̀ ẹ̀kọ́. Look at her. You who have authority. Every day wọ́n lè check in ọmọ check bóyá á wù ú lọ wọ́n lè check in lẹ́kí wá yìí ń gbọ́ lẹ́kí wá wà á dẹ̀sọ̀ pé gbọ̀gbọ̀ ló wà wù mọ́nà yìí o bọ̀ mi àwọn tẹ̀yẹ bẹ́ you know kọ̀mọ́lá bá pla òye yìí dé dúró àwọn mẹ́ta àwọn gbẹ ẹ̀yọ́ sẹ́dí à áwò bọ̀ àwọn ọlọ́mọ kò gò bọ̀ yóò mú mẹ́tìkì mọ́ o tí kẹ̀yà wà á dẹ̀sọ̀ pé gbọ̀gbọ̀ spiritual bẹ́ẹ̀ni ìlì àyànà ló pọ̀ direct yànnà tí yàwọ̀ yànnà ló pọ̀ ní Africa yànnà tí yàwọ̀ yànnà ló pọ̀ ní Nigeria wọ́n yàrá goes the whole world Africa fíà Ghana Togo ẹ̀hó Aplau gold wọ̀họ́ petro ọlẹ́fìmá from yẹ́gbó àkóso Mari petro up to now ọlẹ́ petro dem gold kun yóò fúyà nyàbẹ̀ mú ọ̀fìmá ọkọ̀ gàkọ́ wà bẹ̀rẹ̀ mi àmọ̀ ńnọ̀la o. You understand me? You take money and they can't give the leader where Ghana is support for Ghana. You give that money because the white people you know think about you kill you. If you kill, what you go get? If they think about him back, front, side to side, how you go get power to marry? That are what people you know they marry. If you get black person, then they like a black person. He have authority. If he get man, black man for Africa, he go take him, he go ask and he say the cause of God, he say no go po, where the go po dey? You man, you know the just talk with why not be anything. The thing where they need no go tell you.
They go be with you.
Yeah.
Go lie you.
Yeah.
Carry him go there.
Yeah. Before the thing they need,
You get
he say you go do some small thing.
Invest.
Ever say you get out there. The name of Mawulema. But me of better wa. Check bad yẹ tayovo common ojo o le high tayovo de na gbogbo ko wu
Okay.
yan ama ibo
He's talking about.
no matter yara go to le Ghana do
It's like the question you asked. Them is talking about the whites. Always they want to find means and have contact with the spirit. Like we are here, we don't think about how to progress. For them, they are always thinking about having contact with the spirit who will lead them to hidden things or mystery things. Like I was giving an example, like white man will come here or white lady will come here pretending to marry a black man or a black woman. It's because there's a side that he wants to be led there. Until he marries black man or black woman, she cannot get there. So they are with the spirit. When they want something from somewhere, then they will come in contact with the spirit. Either marry them or befriend them so that they will have the access to it. Like we're talking about the gold. The gold is there, but the gold belongs to some spirit there. So until you have contact with the spirit, until you provide something to the spirit, you can't have access to the gold. But over there, them they will think about how to communicate with all these spirits so that when they go any place, whatever they want, they can get easily. But here with us, we are thinking about my brother putting on new clothing, I'm envying him. My brother doing this, I'm envying him. We are not thinking about progress. We are thinking about evil things against ourselves. And that is why we are who we are still. But the whites, they always think ahead. Find means to exploit more. And that's how come the gold you are asking. You have the gold here, but we don't do what we're supposed to do and get them. But they will come here and find why there is gold here and you are poor. If it is the gold that they have to be in contact with, they will do that and have access to the minerals.
Okay. Tebusia from Busaye. Say no kase. Mami Wata o nsuom. Na say gold o nsuo ni mu a. Okọ nsuom say kutu gold na yisa wa bibi ma ama Mami Wata no. O ware no. Ana say na fa yangofa bi. Ansa na wotumi ma akwa to gold no. Anya sa obetra ho a machine sa beto bu nsuo ni nya ni na besai. Untimi ntu gold no. Obetra ho ma obi afi ba bia ba fa gold no. Na do ni hwe no. So wan say mo atom untimi ntu bi ko de o say wo ye no. Wonye. Dem say okay. So omega na gold abum. Sika ko na abu. Minerals abu. but so here for me to go me be that and so me just say good abu also so am what na ya twenabo ye mfa na nya hweni ntia na say dey no say o ye ntia bofo ba ha mo saka gold ni say bori no go pe hwe mu ye omo fa won mo se mu ni agro obi wo si say gold wa ha oni say gold no hu ni dia gold ni asase mu kwa nti oba wo mo kro na gold ni dia no na wo mo be di nkomo ahwehwe akire kwan na dia also ye no wa ya ma gold no se bibini pe obibi broni pe bi fokro ma oba oyo ba on fa so ni bibini be ma be ware anaso ye on fa so ni bibini ba e be ware just sa bibini ba na bibini be ma no che broni no se bia ha na okwa o se be kasa die wi o kan na na okọ isaka de kroni wi a ensamfu bia na fa so ni wojai because nya won tiri oba ye god na on na se fi na on tiri oba ye wa che na wi to be fa no okọ nti ye te ha na so amane ni amamra o se ye ma abosuma na sa ho mo ye ma wono ye nya mo omo so sika kokko ni gold ni munuas na ye omo dia se ye nya dia ho so fo mo dia ahoho ebeba ebedi dia mai ye better sika kokko so ma kom ade ye fi se sebi min dia tane nso ye jimi kakra because what sika ho mo bro ni be fa kodi dia sebi adwene nya adwuma isa enetie please ask Malam Osman in case Mami Wata marries someone, does it mean that that person cannot marry in life again?
Mami Wata dey
whenever na ma wa fanchi do amara kama dey because no anodoki nenye nyonwa anodoki chona no nchu wano momo nenye nchu hana na maka kono no mo no yi ogba ba shawo.
Is it until you do the rituals? You be there like that. If you're a woman, you be going from one man to another man. If you're a man, likewise from one woman to another until the rituals is performed, then you have your freedom. Other than that, that is how you behave from here to here, from here to here. You can't stick to, and no man wants to marry such a person. No woman wants to marry such a man. And so you will remain like that. Even though you be enjoying sex, yet nobody will claim you as the wife or as the husband. So that is how it is. Until the rituals are performed, you remain like that forever.
Okay. So bizarre say Mami Wata wari obi a se gina hai esa Mami Wata wari me a e kire se mintimi wari biem anasa dey ana wasi sa edetie na yo amamra ye ma sa nkofo no ansa no monya mo fa ahodie na dia so be kwa so na amamra no wonya dia a eni o so wade fe na wade de forget o nware fi say Mami Wata ne fa wa e mo abo asawo ofo ni we da na ni we ada na ni we ada don sa wo ho titwo be ma sa na be yo sa be ma bia so mpa ba wata sa so ba bia so mpa be ma oye ma se basa na sa wade na wo no wunya bie unya awade ni bi so ho enti se Mami Wata o te se Mami Wata aware wa be hwem uhu na so hu se no kra me yanya ho amemre e mawo na nya ofa ho die ye ho amemre ma de a ene no no anye sa de a forget it enti
Na nyonyonu na yi na fi akotura po ho fe o ye fe o fifi la la mo go fifi la nene ma kan tuwa ana yi nyonwa po o ye fe o na nyong ma mo go fifi la ashawo pe system mami pe system ma oko da ashawo wo ma kele bana no clever leke fe bo mo tele lo ko ma la fe o ni agbogbo ale mo wa e change your face Mami Wata ba san yo mo
Another thing that Mami Wata does, if you're a woman, you always be looking nice and shiny. Wherever you go, every man will appreciate and love you. Sometimes you can see yourself, you don't look like how people claim you to be. But outside your world, that's how people will see you. Once they admire you, there's a likelihood that you have something to do with them. The same thing to man. When they adopt you or they marry you, anywhere you go, handsome guy, you look nice, your dresses, they will admire you. Sometimes you look at yourself, so what is it that with me that people admire me this way? That is the work of that spirit. They always look news, appearance. Physically, people, you see yourself not to be like that, but they will change you spiritually. So whoever sees you outside you, see that you are a nice guy, you look pretty, you look handsome, and they admire you. By all means, something will happen. That is how they do to people who they have married or who have the communication with them.
Okay. enti de watch on yan say etimi ho oba bi etimi so oba no sebi ye hwe na anyoma bibia nne ho a o se memma timi tugu no so saa na se memma tugu no so chaw efo bia obi efefe no wo oba na so timi so tena so hwe ho a wo hwe ho timi se bibia ni ho a wo ho a o se mi ko timi do saa na so saa na ye sebi wo ya se anwamo onye aduane e bo so je anasa wo bodwe na nso no obi anya no pese odi so ho sana Mami Wata ni medjuma ofawa no matter how ugly you are anasa no matter how not nice you are so ho fo so ho nyefo o polesio huhumu ama oguglo o bright nti be ma sia wa ni so no ohu se sika wo kona de address so na o do tie na wo ho so sana ho me yo na eyo sa ni se bia pe wa se mo ne mu no e pese o yisu body no e de no no pe so ante sa wo no why de ono so bibi ho no wo hwe fi wo ha sa wo ye ma no anse wo ja wo ha wo nye ya forget it obe chu condemn some Mami Wata be chu condemn dia ene hu obi se malam Osman anasa wo de Mami Wata konfo bia obewo se bia wonti ma ha Mami Wata konfo bia obewo no hu no so ya original nko ade a o papa nko ade a so won pese e be foro a be de meje malam Osman edi into when de metimi guarantee wa so ba ha obetimi ya ho adwuma ama na be ho adwuma na so ohonton please we've heard that there is a herb that when Mami Wata marries you you can bath for a while so that you can work small and get money to do whatever you have to do so that the spirit will leave you alone. Is there something like that?
Amakwalele no be okobere Mami Wata dewa okwa amatie amakwa konolele ba do tepere na be apia ba di amele na be o apia wo kono pete na
yo breni ba amale ntupre nyonu eli na mala fude na o nyonu a ifa amale na fude na o ntu a ifa amale.
There's something like that, either being a man or a woman. There's a herb like that.
Okay. So we say yini ma haba itu mi sa haba de etimi ye sa na ma wait haba timi pamo hom fi ni pamo kakra eno ko elimse expiry date eda so timi bisa sa haba mi wo sa timi pamo Mami Wata fi ni pamo kakra haba say ai sorry oba so e be ma haba oho isi am pese mi bisa say haba no se do no o ha o so Mami Wata hom no obi a on chere na the man say sitie please ask him does he have that kind of herb around? If he has, can he show us?
Ebele amakwale dola de la si wole fia le watan fia kam amakwale
mi dago si bo seton amaya akpomo le fia vole.
There's a leaf he's talking about.
Amaya yo na ba afro mami pa manyi si
afro, that's the name.
Afro.
Afro yo na ni no ozuba mami fuda na mara ala hona hi da ka plug apple kokoro hi chichichi atu akpele no apple bintu olive ovo gogali goviali ala sa ya okpo la pa le chiana ma de yema you na cho amma beka look me well masa beka one ye ko ko defia ye ko ya oji korofia pete nenama
Okay.
One like how I take this one ye ko ko dala sia
He's saying that it is only one plant, one leaf you put inside, and they have spread all these ones.
Tana na mami lo asia na ma wo moge
So it is when
na ma asleep wo ma
when a Mami Wata marries you, it multiplies things with you like this.
Tana wo pe do yo lo wa na ke sika obo sika na ko moko na foku sika na poga le ko ma na ma wo jina ga ko na ko ma.
Like if he marries you and you do his or her will, and he wants to bless you even with money, that is how you find money with you.
So time I check over bag moko galfa pu ado machinko kaka de akpo fi ale kwa galfa pu no na ma olehema.
Sometimes when it is with you, Mami Wata is with you and wants to bless you because you are doing his or her will rightly, you can just put your bag there. One day you go and open the bag, there's money in it. You will not even know how.
Abe the dress the check you dress the be address kaka akpo pu edama la chima.
Like you've seen something you want to buy, you don't have enough money. Before you realize, no, there's so money, you find money on the ground. Oh, then if I found this money, let me go and buy what I wanted to buy. They'll be opening so many avenues for you because he or she is married to you. So it's a birth gift.
You see? Ema LVG. LVG ma LGV. Na le fere kwa akacho. You see?
Okay.
La pe a yema olema, benema olem. Bo. Benema olem. Single. Tana eli ano VG.
Okay, ntimi busa ne se habaya yetimi di jare ema Mami Wata jaye ha kakra no. Ka onima won kire. Ema wo se okay. Video na waka se ma betwa na ha se no. Oni emejira ha kwa. Na odi mbienti odi bejina ha na habaya no mi bisa ho asem no enimie enintro odi bejina ho se ntwa video no habaya yi o se fa no afro plato bisa se afro no eve ana se
Ever.
na uni feeding
okay afro ye ko yo na ni
okay habaya no se fa no afro onu ye eve ntun ma gbeni bi abusa no me de me ni feeding ti busa gbeni a oni na busa se habaya fa se afro
alo na gbele fo gba baba mami ma
anase Mami ma
ya
Mami ahaban hanti Mami Wata ahaban anase Mami ahaban anase afro ubusa gbeni a onima a obetimi atrew ahaban no nie na o se ahaban no ba ko pe
de kali na next time wo gbona maji dari ma twefie ya akekana ifo makoro kekana gbaja ha fe wonya na tom ko wono na
Yeah, another ever jile.
And aduna yellow.
Yes.
Yeah. Eya pema. Emenye atwa eya nye no.
Okay.
That only have
Okay.
man and a woman.
Okay.
This was
The woman.
and the man. Yeah, if a kid original of more. One day, near Dogo.
He's saying that this is the Afro, this is the male, and this is the female. You have the male there. So next time on your visit,
you find
that one
big river. You go see something come out yellow, but in this one make
flat big. Then that one will shoot up like lagoon. It has a river or lagoon. You use the leaves are big around it. Then you see the something pointed up.
Body.
Okay. Nti wase afro no we no aya Mami Wata haban a eye oba esa fe Mami ahaban na se Mami Wata ahaban na ye wode bema e wo ho bema ne de no so flowers yellow no so e wo nsuo mu sa ene no me bar ma mana mane se ye be bibi sei nti wa mpepe sa ahaban no next time me ba no menya aka che no ba ko pesa ahaban no bi so di aba abache so no so timi yusu na we no wase itimi so
oh fan
wase eye ba ko pe sei eni otu ye sei na aban no etie ame fa nkere na etiefo ehu ai ma ahefo
no hard o if you the whole hard you go chair
okay wase aban no sei ena etie tikama ma so ni na amanfo ehu aban ni ye
nti we no ewo no say ewo nti
wono so
I want to see from pe we no beti.
Okay. Ti haban se ne adwuma o se ba ko pe na abete. Oti a na de ato wa ensuo pot kito bi wo ofitire. Na de atum. Ti won se ba ko pe na o na apai. Pese we esi ayi man kakakasa no. Ono so pai haban hofo e wo nchen. Nti eno o ma la we de be breaki. Aya so ba wo wa akra no na the placenta no. Ana se umbilical cord no we twa. Na ono so be ni pa hofo. Ti sa na we so e ba be ye. E ti a na no aya be haban hofo. Sa na tie na ya we be sa no. Mami Wata waro na ya ho ade a se de haba we eno nko a multiply ne ho no sa na so sika sem ebeye nti wo ye dwuma keto bi a sika no na asa sika ba wonsem basa sika ba wonsem ase o ho mpa o yo ba o ho mpa e bi ado ba gasi ho Mami Wata waro nti na wa ya ho adwuma no o ba no na asa sika ba gle ayema sika nko a sika de firi hen unim Mami Wata na o no wa ya ho adwuma no na diska na abeja sa sem we Togbui attach to aso ka ho asem se Mami Wata de sika be gure bag no dem se bi oboa but the same thing na Thonthor Lazoa so e kana say no kwese Mami Wata ti bi chedipa sika saa enti se Mami Wata warawa ka enya me
master if you marry Mami Wata we the pass he whole top pepper he you no go have any problem for money. If he tell you say you man, if you no marry any woman, you go solve your problem all if you understand for him. Anything, you go wake up like this, you go see your belt up, money day. Maybe you go take your dress for bag, money day. You say you go fit do anything for you, but no marry woman. If you are chase, what chase, on chase there, you go do it like a crazy man.
To us, some
What you talk true for this life, power a day, no God, no God. If he say gold, who you have the gold is Mami Wata have the gold. If you no live, you no beg am, you go fit jig hole 200 feet, 300 feet, 500 feet, you no go get money, you no go get. Unless people you go die before you go get gold from them.
Into what say you say who bi wo sika Mami Wata ho no was a shanangasa e wona taso sika wono ho se gold e wo asase mu no e sa ho no Mami Wata ho no ne dia owo bi nti warewa nsa na se woni ma na fa se no me nti Mami Wata so be warewo na obeti ase na nyema na so yema no obe yenko ade a o se tele bi obi obeka che o se nyi se bi obi obeka sa ache no o se e bi a obeti beka che o se o ye be ma enware oba bi a ono wangasa de open nyina oba ya ma so o ti ase ma na nko ade a oba ya ma e bi a o se wo e bi a enu enye bibi abia emfa ona nyi se fo nante shempaboa o ti ase ye ne sa ade o super oba ya ma e bi o se wo obetena se a e bi a entra se wo awiem example onyi se bia sanete example o se menwa akokonam so so media de o super bia obaya na mo we so ya stubborn de a ono so be che so stubborn spirit oh one here down crown na wetin am abobi sana o kire
Yo no be injie la leko gbone gbogbo kokoya gbogbo me gbogbo wa gbogbo injia yake mami o denaji o have o pe leko gbone so
okay.
Wenye opa so.
Yeah,
India. Wenye Mami opa so.
He's saying that Mami Wata is the horse for angels.
okay the horse
Yes.
Wenye opa hu ochona.
That means the angels want to travel. They use Mami Wata as a chariot or a horse to travel.
okay o se Mami Wata no hu wa ni mo du pa na de sebi bible when I say corona mu and I say muslim rebe mu o wiase no ya twa mu angels no ye hu se tebi o mu kwa mo ti aponko so aponko na mo te so no eno se Mami Wata ho mu ni bia na mo te so se anyi be so ko bia de Mami Wata no ne nante e de ko ese Mami Wata no onya ho mu a oya ho mu ketwa nti hu jesus na ho bo no onne Mami Wata onye jesus na nam se no kwesi jesus ho mpo a onne Mami Wata na nam ti forget o ware asa ku for the hu nipa aye obone na so ko police ka report nkosi aga
Eyata no ozuba marebe trojimo yo ozuba mami elasi tutua no pe ko ira afuto ba wa anure ya ejuna la me ogbo okay o ba pon ejuna obo o yi ti data fa na me ya o nyure kwa ame abuvi obo is miracle no miracle Mami Wata kwa it's fake ta aga ko ejo
Is it if somebody marries, does Mami Wata spirit marry someone, and finally the person becomes a Christian or he become converted, and he needs to be baptized in the water. Once they take the person there, they dip the person or they immerse the person in the water, the person disappears because the spirit will come and take the person away. And people will think that
Jesus Christ
spirit miracle has happened there. No, it is the spirit, Mami Wata spirit, that has taken the person away.
Eta maro le fia mami no ma o mo lo na chi o no gba po chi ko lo fofon ala be o mo le si eji o
okay
o mo no na si eji o ta o mo po mo no yin na ko po chi ala be o ya ma le be mpa to fo show you mami o to mate ma you
okay
no fo mo pa him alo ozo apa ati fi ma
okay
Is there some people they don't want to go near water? Those people who have Mami Wata spirit in them, because they know when they go there, something different. Either they will turn into fish or they disappear.
so does it mean that there are some fishes in the sea that are human beings or they are spirits?
gbogbo onya
Okay.
let amaro le fi anya mala fi anu madu na ton para siado na madu na hunlao na madu na kokochu oya se via ni amanyu na wo abeya le fi a ejo pe gbogbo re mejo pe spiritual Mami Wata elebe wa peseji bo no le peseji okopo pe business kata ai de dan ta mi atata amashamajo amarejo yin amarejo gbon amarejo koko amarejo adandi amarejo dan ta mi bete gbogbo vuvu elan gbogbo yemyenye.
Yeah, like your question you ask, it's giving an example that for him, not all fishes in the river that he eats.
Okay.
As human as we are, we have a spirit that is similar to animals. So if your spirit is good, you must be careful with goat. You see, and so there are fishes in the river or in the sea, they represent somebody somewhere. Like he was telling me, there's a video I also watched on the YouTube. A lady who was, according to her, when she was born, the mother sent her to the seaside and left her there 3 days. Then I think according to her, it is Mami did that rituals for the woman, for the mother. They left the baby in the water, fresh baby in the water 3 days, and came back for the baby after 3 days. Now the girl has a spirit that controls everything for her. And last time she was saying that the only thing she doesn't like is light. When she's sleeping, don't put on light, otherwise you might see what you don't like he's saying. You can turn to fish, big fish. So on the video, I forgot the name. He says some kind of music. He's doing some music.
Okay.
So some of the things, you don't have to do their dislikeness.
Okay. Amaro le fi won lo joking no. Na jijo pon ti pa overs. Amaro le a la na no ndo ya o nuko. Amaro le is wicked.
Okay. There are some people they don't like to play with fun. They don't like to play and make fun. You can't joke with them.
Okay.
The more you do that, become angry and they can do anything. But there are some people they like that. And it depends on the spirit in you, the spirit that you brought.
Okay. Timi busa no. No ka bi se. Mami Wata no. Ensuba owo no. Sam enam bi owo a Mami Wata no huni ba menka na sa. Na enam a won suo me mo wi asen kra bi owo kra nipa bi honhom. Nsem po no so ye nipa enye nam bia na wasa owe. Oso hwehwe mu hunu se nam bi owo a owe. Na bi owo a onwe nye se bia do benya bia wenya bia na jo waje di ko hwe wisem ni ho. Ya nya ne sa. Enti mi busa no. Se Mami Wata me refi asem mbuza me busa na me ho asem
Mami Wata
me ento aso enti me pese mbusa Malam Osman sa ese Mami Wata waro wa be Mami Wata na tanase we give the Mami Wata seat ono Mami Wata ware no wa ye ho adwuma seat no obi when Mami Wata marries you I heard that you have to settle Mami Wata down give the Mami Wata seat. Does he have the seat? Has he given Mami Wata a stool?
Okay. Every day. What's ebe ne Mami Wata dewa. No believe me ano.
Ala bana do tapeni.
No tapena ta wa.
Na mami do. Na ma do tapeni wa. Ma ten son de go.
Okay.
Asamara. Wala pa Agama le isi o. Na ya do tapeni wa. O wana mamlere.
Okay.
Some small sacrifice.
Okay.
To give am some way.
Okay.
Say, please, I know it's you help me, you marry me for spiritual, but I do this sacrifice for you, give me 3 years
to
prepare and then give you a seat.
Okay. It is like that. When Mami Wata marries you, you need to do altar for her. Otherwise, you can't marry. You can't be of yourself. But if you realize that you don't have enough fun to do the seat or the altar, then there is small thing sacrifice that you have to do to appease her and give you some time. Plead with her and give you some time, maybe 2 years, 3 years, and prepare well and do the altar for her.
Okay. So some Mami Wata ware wa. Se wa anya amamara mana onja wo hawo. Sika so ntra won sem because unya sika na ebe hye fast 1000 Ghana ebe hye 10000 Ghana ebe hye onfa nya hwe obe twa so until so we am no open amano enti you remember why be ya ma o na odi pa ma water so me sere o jiwei ne jam na kakra ma me 3 years me bo me ho be akonya atena so o me fie so obetia sa me dia me ya ma o saa nti haban ni ade bi ho be fa wa wo ne ode ko dwane ya ma mre so ka ho de ama nti me no so a na so bo ho aba na mo ta ho na appeasement na be ye no ya to so afi akonya no abo akonya no ama no no ma no altar o fie na bibia to atwa me nhyira na ta to no ode adom wo anya sa de a forget it na pese busa no se altar no obi a obetimi am ya hwe so ntimi ya hwe so binim se sa ho no ya nkom ntia basa obetimi am ya hwe fine ntimi ya hwe so a you know the be no please ask him does he have the altar that he is talking about? If yes, can he let us see it?
If possible.
Yes, if possible.
Ebele. Mama Wata pezipia. De la suwa. Agwa ambere oya ople ta de la su. Na nyebe mole mi atanko ya fa na kene momele nzi gotia. Na kele bia obele de la suwa.
Yo, merci. Mama gwa via mama la sin. Ala sin. Magbebe amado lia Mami Wata mo de ole tomo mo de ole hihio mo de ole ya popo mo amade etuho yo le kwa rentum maybe ever ho aga le Mami Wata gbo keva tuho na wa make ever hire ho makwa as Mami Wata soro.
He's saying that it is not only in the sea, in the water, in the air, in the bush that Mami Wata marries humans. But assuming that you are renting somebody's apartment and the person, the landlord or landlady happens to have taken money from Mami Wata to do that construction or to build that room. Once you rent there and live there, Mami Wata will marry you because it is Mami Wata's property that you are living in based on the money the person took or the assistance the person took or the fund the person solicited from Mami Wata. Once the object is built and you live in that object, you become automatically Mami Wata's.
Wow. Even though you don't know anything about it.
Yes.
Hey. Thonthor Lazoa.
Benebinade. No majima onu pozan. Ama o gare ono nye jum. Wo secret ya le nwoma. Ababa apa ya mafia. Enya ba amaye mawu ha to ho ya.
Manyo.
Matemanyo. Enya ba avie mefa. Ama maye mede awenye pe mu khomo mu loba ejira ati ba ha hwa anya bo bese se kema serafi tu hwa elenya pe pokplote nya maye mawu dira yin baji happy te kofia ye malagba ya ba ha hwa
Manyo.
ne ele do siara wo ma
My dear.
another
revelation is asking.
majima phone
Assuming this time he doesn't want to talk much. Assuming that even his land here, his house here, even if he killed a human and buried here before he was also able to secure here and build here, and you've come to rent, you have no idea whether he made himself naked, sweat that much, and raised fund to build here. You have no idea. Whatever he did, whatever pain he went through to construct this building, you have no idea. And so when you come to live here, every income of yours comes to him. It's another thing.
Hey.
they cannot have business ele business won call didi no ma yana ba ha akoro no ba ha ye kwa do kuna pa ko sulu mi chulo wa ga ba ha akoro fuma kwa achoko mi ba ko so mi odire nchoko mi ba ko so mi odire me na na ka fi ede mi aji mi ba no nyiru a na nya mi atoyo.
Okay. Another one.
A third revelation.
Yes. Maybe you may migrate from a place to another place. Where you were, you and your children and your family were living peacefully. But when you migrated to another house or another apartment, every now and then there is quarrel, there is misunderstanding, there is hunger, there is so many things happen to the family. Family who live peacefully somewhere. Once you transform or you migrate to another place, this problem began. Sometimes you don't understand. It is because what is there that you are sitting on it, it is not yours. That is not where you are supposed to be. Based on what is there, based on what the owner built upon, then you will be paying price for something that you have no idea. That is how these are some of the secrets.
Okay. So my fan ko twi answer. Okay. Usia for o ma 3 revelations akase miensa. Ni kan fan free fitiase no. Ibusa na service nko mi ehuru Mami Wata akunya ono no wo no. E me yi sa secret ya ba say. If you be o ha Mami Wata ware no Mami Wata wa pam. E na Mami Wata na mani sika ha hia no no de sini fie na otimu no. E wu bi o so enim efie mi pa wan sibi minim na me so me ha dan. Me ba ya ba ha fie wa ne dan. Mitim Mami Wata no etimi ware me man ye fi se metima Mami Wata ni fie efie na mitim Mami Wata sika na di sie so etimi ware me man ye it doesn't matter so ni apon so ni wa be ware because na o tina japadie nipa yes o feed you no o control 2 o si fie bi o etimi gi sika ana so etimi di nipa o timi ko nipa ese e form ansa o si ni fie esi so ahoban bone na mano mangitingitinti bia ye enti obi o timi gi aduro e di si ni fie wa o ba ko ha sa da so ba o tina sa da no eni ma fie ra ni ye o da ni no be di wonya utimi ye adwuma na sika e kofie wa ne ho sika fi wonsa wonti ase ni nyane se fiwa no aye suman bi na ode asini fie no suman no uti suman ni fie mu pompa nka wontiram ti suman so ho kwan se no so oyire wo abre na wato ni fifire no ojiska na mafiwa ni di sa ene ekọ afie so obi wo ha ebia hana na wote first oti ya no manyina koye ma wo uno mu sie bia okay ana so wutu afiri ha ko foforo o ye migration afiri fi ha ebetena ha udu wa bibia asai ni wa enkoye o akra bia okay utu fi akra kotena kumasi a bia kotena no ni wa enkoye bia na ye min no wi se bibia wote no asase na wote so no anase na akra wote mu no efiora no aye bibi ho kura fa so si fie no aye secret suma bi no agede aye sa na mana wa ye na wo so kotena mu no na wo so wonim sebi bi ni wa me hu Thonthor Lazoa so wa nya ho hwe amawo wa anko abusa o ba bia na kotena fie nim nye fie bem ni etena o ba kotena mu na obi bia ba sa o to ayento bibia ankoye boni obi edi wona wo fide wo tia hoka fi se wono na share ne boni wa complex ayesa obo krono de na please for e wa ko ton krono de na mo obi e ti kon for na wa to ade so e ba ti bia ka ho fi se wo to krono de sa eletie
eya tare mi on to agbeto wa re en go wasemase mele mi asi o happy na ho mami ko ba dara fun ma elebe won to na mo wo fa anyigbaji ma ho mami be mami le fu de neyin na mami to gbo wali mami no na ko ba dare nya anye po apamo bo le ha ko le gbo yen le to mami o ba daria me do ga po.
Okay, he's saying that sometimes you humans, we don't understand certain things. Assuming that Mami Wata has married you and you want to create or make a seat or for her, you can't do that in somebody's apartment. If you want to do that genuinely, then you should own your place. Because if you do that, it will not work. The reason being that you might not know the owner of the house, which whatever he has ever put there or he is also having there. You see, so if you want to do that, then you should own your place before you can do that.
Entini nyane sese Mami Wata waro na so peso Mami Wata na tenasia Malam Osman say yentra obi fie ne ye Mami Wata tenasia o fie ho untuma Mami Wata konya o bi fie fie ne yode ana wasi konya sa na wo kire enti se obeye sa ade ne dia bomode ne bobra obana se oye amamre ne mawa sremre na yire ko ye adwuma den ne nyesika si wanga sa o fie ode sa dan kra ba ko bia si tabalanya si ne bo Mami Wata ne bona konya o sa fie nim waya sa mna wie no enfie mienu achi na ekwo de wanga so ne hwe de Mami Wata ne be ye de aboa wo ebe mode a ano so bo mbonde aboa na wo mbona so betena fa konde ya ne wo nim afi so unim efie na okosi Mami Wata konya wo unim de efie na so no okura anase hu mi ne ye adwuma e bia ho ne Mami Wata ho ne nsia na o de Mami Wata ne ko re bia no mpese obeko emfa Mami usi konya na ontena obesa ha okura so aka ho bibia we yar busa na understand na yeni wonu tine ne mistake no tina Paulvin TV ho subscribe na next side video bi tumo opa bi ahwe na wonya husu yahunu enya ho adusua na yanyini wonim die mu na wo che bi Samfun so nkitinkitinkitin ya nkwa ya ma ha bi ama yeso
yo akpo pia ma fifia akpo male vaduoma amabu papa ma tell of you your call there.
He's saying that now we've seen where he is, assuming that he's living in somebody's house. You couldn't have brought all these things into that house because no landlord will allow you to bring this into his apartment or into his compound.
Tana be awon na alabo un to na jitepe ke na no.
So if you want to do those things, then you must own your own place where you sit, where you live comfortably before you can do those things.
Okay. Asama lafia. Ta no zuba amadale abiwe abiawe hanya. Efu ajejan avovo. No play.
Okay. Now if you don't own your own place, somebody has a saw, very wonderful one, serious one around the leg. You can't accommodate that person in somebody's apartment. But if you own your own place, if they bring such a sick person, you have enough place to accommodate the person and heal and help the person.
so does it mean that if Mami Wata marries you and you do the right for Mami Wata, you also get the authority or the power to heal people?
Yeah. Yeah. Because me I'm so bad for you. You no go talk anything, but the team way e dey your back. You go do kill me.
Okay, ntimi bisa no. O say just imagine say ono abosun bebe ba wo wa hayi. Mami Wata ahaba ya wodi wa hayi. Eno wa ya wa hayi. Fiwra ben na be mo ba be we. Ebi e ba kunya ma ono, yes you
example. You see how this one in the town like ava football. Ya nye sign gba to ma gbo no. Yes 3 days today. Football kata evata. Àwọn tó ha fi ava ma no po me. If you have somebody amarele tracing. Okay. Ele na na throne. Okay. Esa la ja. Pore nyama.
But he has this in here as a missile defense spiritually.
Okay.
So if you throw in a missile, this is the defense here. Wow. So anytime you see foams on it, like bubbles, that means somebody is trying to send a missile, and the defense here will attack it.
Is it also part of the Mami Wata stuff?
Yeah. You say that's he says so.
Okay. Come on, fatu suye. Wasi what would the wire see? We e kukuo aya de enwura fita enwura tuntum ni nyina kokko akekere ho nyina. Ana wodi nsuo bi agum ni kwa faso ye ni nsuo no. Ana nsuo no ma unsa haba bi de dem no wotwa akokko. So gugu so ati bi wotwa mo jagum. Ana ani epu ahuro. No wasi we huhu no eye missile system. The boy on my Israel omo ho ban no. Missile defense, Russia for missile defense no. Ebi no wa ha no. Sa wo so ye konfo anase bia wo ye dunsini anase bia wo so wa ben. Na dejuma wo ye ne wo hintu so beto na dura. Oto a na we no a block sa missiles na wo to aba no. Nti se ne to wo se ani pu ahuro no. Na se ajepo wa bi tumi bi kase bi aba
Aga no va kwa ejipete no na black.
Sometimes the face all be black.
So tell me about na eni etum. So and also does it mean say and also me
That means
Eji ano black kana kwa amade enu abomo enu adi ezu challenge.
When it happens like that, it means that this missiles defense and whatever missile somebody has thrown, they are struggle to overcome each other.
Dana kpere na makwa alaba na jikokoro awuni akuchi ale ba anwi ka mere do dole ntia na dalo.
Okay. So when you see like that, because it is his work, and he sees like that, then he has to sacrifice a fowl, wash himself with whatever he needs to do. Means that this thing is fighting for him, trying to block any evil intention against him by any other person.
Okay. Na mara kwa bi makumaku never achia ya kumako danani.
Somebody has
mami chia ya kumako danani.
Somebody has forever dying, non-forever dying soul. When you come here, this water, use this water to heal that soul for the person.
Okay. Into our spiritual missile protection defense, missile defense system, anyone be also to be about a near to that means a confirm on swap being power, swap to a duro. Ama the woman name, Sakon for no woman, I struggle at chat. I'm also near to
Akpa ha so malagomo. Drink go. Akpa. Aha o sana ema.
So this.
Tari pa haya. Mokpo mo ai ko mo fimo.
Okay. This the drink it takes, and this drink here doesn't go here.
Okay.
Once you put here, it should remain here.
Okay. To say sa honhom a oje ne yes a meza adwuma yi. Ensa we na honhom no pe. Kasa preko. Dry gin na honhom no pe.
Sparkling wine.
Okay, and I'm a DJ sparkling wine. And I got a preco dry gin and open. To really a pie, and my home. No, sir, and sorry, and inside the hot. Higher and sanitana. After so, be not a crew out to
Kuda.
In Kuda, diabetes crew out 2 pound and also be up to a drama. Crew 2 about us or the ensuing. So the big guy on the Yamao, or the ya, a crew a big woo. Go a spiritual miser system with defense. So be now towards room quadia, we or the Yamawa, Lalai, and Yajuma. Nipa Chrono, the Chrono or the amount, a boo.
Let me ask you.
To come around. So I say, we know, baby, they were around. And see, or say, young cock, now young cock.
If so, you go do it.
Okay.
You find different language. You see, that's the things I have. Madam, who I have. Before the akro and zikpe akunya.
Chair.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so you have given it a chair.
Yeah. So if he come for him pallet.
So today like Ken, where you did here.
Very good.
Okay.
So you day. So anything if he come, he day. To have incest.
Okay, you depend give him. Okay. So
if you don't do it like this, if he come and you don't get a place to sit down, you go worry you.
Or it will disturb you.
You don't get a place where you go bath, you go worry you.
Okay.
So if I understand him, in effect, that means if you have Mami Wata, if you want to deal with Mami Wata, then you should prepare a place
for Mami Wata.
Before.
You can't be with Mami Wata without creating a place like this for. Otherwise, anytime she visits, she can't get a place to lay or to do whatever she wants to do. And so there must be an altar for.
The altar for Mami Wata.
That's right.
That's a number.